I wanted to start today by acknowledging the significant contribution made to the Brisbane Lions by outgoing senior coach Michael Voss. As you're aware by now, the Lions board notified Michael yesterday that his contract would not be extended beyond this season. On a personal level, this was a difficult decision. This was not a decision that was arrived at over a short period of time. Michael was aware of the process that we've been going through for some months. Further to this, we informed Michael 6 weeks ago that we would be moving to identify, then contacting and conducting due diligence on a number of potential coaching candidates. In the interest of transparency for our members and fans, as Paul Roos confirmed in the press this morning, he was one of those contacted. As you can appreciate, out of respect to Michael and the process that will begin to determine a replacement, I don't intend to go into the detail of who we will be discussing the role further with, and won't be providing a running commentary. The club will announce the process to be undertaken in appointing a new senior coach in the coming days. I do, however, want to make it clear that we have not made an appointment at this stage. In the interim, Mark Harvey will assume the role of senior coach starting this Saturday against GWS at the Gabba. Decisions like these are never easy, and we understand it will be greeted by a mixed reaction from our members and stakeholders. Ultimately, though, we are adamant that we have made the right decision and acted in the best interests of the Brisbane Lions Football Club. The board made an offer to Michael to see out the season. That offer was declined, and we accept and fully understand the reasons for that. As I said earlier, the decision not to offer Michael a contract extension was made following a robust, thorough and comprehensive process. The board resolved that a fresh approach was required to ensure the club reached the next level. Football is a results-driven industry. However, out of respect for Michael, as well as others and the process, I won't be commenting further on that. At our meeting yesterday, the board, for the first time, reached a unanimous outcome, signalling the end of the process. We had a choice: sit down with Michael in 3 weeks' time and pretend everything was fine, or be upfront and advise him now. Subsequently, we strongly believed that it was in the best interest of the club and to Michael to inform him immediately rather than wait until the end of the season. While Michael achieved so much at this club as a player, I do want to acknowledge the contribution he has made over the past 5 years as senior coach. The progress the team has made since 2011 and the efforts in developing our young list, along with others within the football department, will hopefully be an equally significant part of his legacy. Again, thanks for your attendance today, and I'd like to allow Michael, if he wants to make a statement.
Thanks, Angus. I guess first of all, I'd probably more open the floor really to questions. It's more to thank the club for the time I've had here. I've been at this football club since I've been 16 years of age. I've participated in over 400 games of AFL football at this club, spanning 22 years. So it's been a very long journey. As has been highlighted, there has been many highs, many lows. Probably experienced what's equivalent of probably 3 recessions in our time here, which is a fair bit of time and a fair bit of experience. And I wouldn't change it for anything. What makes a great football club is the people within it. If you have great people in your football club, then you go some way to being very, very successful. So I've been fortunate enough to be able to have met a lot of those great people at this club. Many have influenced me, many have guided me, many have mentored me, and I'm hugely appreciative of them spending the time, having the patience to be able to work with me, and perhaps saw something in me that I perhaps didn't see in myself at the time. So it's been enormous time at the club. So while this is pretty much the end to that, the final few moments of where I sit will not take away 22 years of my experience at this club. To the players at the back, I'll get a chance to talk to them in a second. I guess there's some things that probably some questions that will come out about them, but I've loved coaching them. You know, it's one of the best jobs in the world, if you can call it that. They get to do what they love, and I get to share in their experience. And certainly as a coach, I got the benefit of being able to fulfil my experience at this club by winning a premiership. So when you come into coaching, it's about being able to share what you've learnt and be able to show what the standard needs to be like. And there is constant talking, chatting, encouragement, disappointment, cuddles, slaps, backhanders that go with that. But it's all endeavoured to get the best out of the individual person. And that's what we always strive to achieve. I don't pretend to sit here and say that I achieve that with every single player. But what they did get, they got my best. They got my absolute best. I can say that categorically. So I'll obviously get to address my players a little bit later. To the coaches, thanks guys. Yeah, we've had some good discussions, some robust discussions. Enjoyed working with every one of you. You know, I really look forward. I hope that a lot of you get to stick around and see this group come through. I know I'll be watching with some genuine interest. And of course the greater staff, which is, you know, spans across so many people that to start would be unfair. But certainly a direction was set, a very strong direction was set in 2010, and we've been able to get some very good people in this football club that are really driving our program now, and the players can feel comfortable that they're getting the right people around them. So outside of that, I guess I have nothing really further to add, other than say thank you, and I've enjoyed my time at this club. But today or yesterday it effectively ends.
Thanks, Vossi.